Originally, my father was a teacher, and his father was a teacher, and my grandfather's father was a teacher and superintendent. But then I reached a point in my educational career, my college career, where I really wanted to make a difference and help people. And one of the first things that came to my mind was teaching children. In America, we have community colleges, and I went to a community college, and I spent about 2 years there. And then from that point, I went to a state university, and I went to a state university for about 4 years, and I studied undergraduate in education, childhood education, and I also specialized in special education. And I had a third major of English literature, which always helps sort of add some depth to you. Right now, I just have a 4-year bachelor's degree, but you are required to eventually get a master's degree in some area of specialization. It could be reading, it could be a reading specialist, it could be in administration, it could be you know, in different types of facilitation, things like that. But I have 4 years focusing on education, then there's maybe another 2 to 4 depending on your master's program, and then after that, if you want to get a PhD, there's also that route. And there's other certification points you can get, and like professional development and recertification and things like that you can take. The professional development isn't required. It is to a certain point, but it's preferred, I would say. I think the most important thing for me when it comes to professional development is it just makes me a better teacher. So I would go, you know, and right now I'm in about a month or so, I'm going to go to a writing conference, and there's just hundreds of teachers all gathering in this place, and they're all sharing ideas and collaborating and really being like, you know, a lot of ingenuity and new ideas and new thoughts all kind of sharing together. And then, you know, Arlington County provides a lot of professional development as well. Last summer I went to Uganda, and I taught in a school there for about 2 weeks, doing staff development, professional development, and sharing a lot of what I have here, sharing it with them. And that's a school, there's a mirrored school, or like a sort of sister school in Arlington that connected with that school, so I was able to go there through that school. And then this summer I'm looking into a program through the literacy committee or something through Arlington, and they go to Bolivia and they go to Guatemala. Competitive salaries, you get good health insurance, pay is competitive, and for the area it's sort of matched, so you're not making as much as you would in some areas, and you're not making as little as you would in other areas. It's sort of differentiated for how much like sort of medium or average income is for where you live. So you can afford to live there, and also sort of afford to, you know, save money and invest in things and have a, you know, a real economic growth. Probably the #1 challenge would be time. There's just never, I mean, I think this is like a experience everyone has in every job. There's never enough time in the day to do everything that you want to do. And in education especially so. My average day starts out with working with kids in a circle, and either sharing about their day or something that we're working on, or a social skill that we're working on. We move into math and studying math, and then into social studies or community work type things there. They have, after that, they have lunch and recess and specials, which could be Spanish, art, music, a lot of humanities. They come back, we do reading. Once again in the circle we read together. They break into small groups reading with one another or reading independently. And after that we have writing, and there's various things we might be doing on writing, whether drafting a long persuasive piece or blogging on using our iPads to blog on the internet. Key parts of this job for me, you know, whether it be developing, you know, regarding the growth of children is the most important thing, but community connection and having children have a real connection to where they live and the importance of place in their life.